What's up, guys? Welcome back to Chiefs Chat. Today we're doing the 2021-2022 playoff predictions, okay? We're back, okay? It's that time of year, playoff time, okay? I did one of these last year. I got a couple of games wrong, but you know what? This year, I'm going all in. I'm pretty confident about my picks. I think that this is going to be 100% authentic. This is exactly what's going to happen in the playoffs, you know? This is my prediction, you know? So here you go. You know, here it is. Go ahead and get your betting apps out and place some bets on which teams are going to win these games because I'm right. You know, I hate to say it, I'm right. Maybe. But anyway, we're going to do this, okay? Let's start down here. Let's not waste any more time. Patriots, the 6-seeded Patriots going against the 3-seeded Bills, okay? To me, this one's not close. They're going to Buffalo. You know, you got Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. That Patriots defense is one of the best in the NFL, but they're going to have a hard time stopping Josh Allen. I just think they are. You know, Josh Allen is a fantastic quarterback. So that's going to be a tough task for the Patriots defense, and the Patriots offense, I don't see them doing anything against this Bills defense. I just don't. You know, I vividly remember that snow game. I mean, it wasn't snow. It was just horrible weather. That 14-10 final score where the Patriots barely beat the Bills. I mean, that was just an atrocious, just a horrible game from the Patriots offense. The only reason they won that game was because of the weather. I mean, that's essentially what it was. You know, they just ran the ball a little bit better. We all know the Bills, they have a questionable running game with Devin Singletary back there. But yeah, you know, I just see the Bills pulling off this win. And I don't think it's going to be close. I really don't. This is going to be like a 30-10 kind of score, I think. I think people think it's going to be a lot closer than it is, but it's not. I just think the Bills, they have this game on lock. You know, I just think they're going to win. So I'm selecting the Bills. They're going to move on. Next game, Raiders-Bengals, okay? You know, it's tough. You know, the Raiders, they just came off of a crazy game. You know, a horrible game. You know, they suffered a couple of injuries. I mean, these guys, they're having to roll into the playoffs now. You know, it's crazy to even think about the fact that they barely survived that Chargers game, and now here we are. Okay, we gotta beat the Bengals. You know, it's a tough task. And I did watch the Bengals a couple of weeks ago barely beat the Chiefs. Okay, you know, I saw that. I saw what they could do on offense. It's a little scary. You know, it's a little scary what they can do. It's scary what they're capable of. Okay, it's tough for me to really say. You know, I just think the Bengals. You know, I think everybody's looking at this game. You know, this might be another bye week for the Bengals, frankly. This could be an easy win. Okay, with that being said, I got the Raiders winning this game. I think Derek Carr is going to ball out in his first playoff game. I think Derek Carr has been waiting for this moment, and he is going to take advantage of a subpar Bengals defense and ball out. I hate to say it. I just think people are way too high on the Bengals right now. I think they are. I'm trying to prove a point here. You know, this is the Raiders we're talking about. I'm a Chiefs fan. Why would I support the Raiders? Well, it's because people are way too high on the Bengals right now. This isn't even like me being salty or whatever. I'm just saying. I think people praise the Bengals a little too much. You know, Joe Burrow has been playing great this year, but he's not a top 5 quarterback in the NFL just yet. I think he could be next year, maybe the year after that, but not just yet. I don't think he's there yet. He has no playoff experience, okay? Not that, you know, Derek Carr for that matter. But they've got a couple more experienced players on that team. I think they're ready for this moment. They've been waiting for this moment. You know, they got Darren Waller back. They got a good squad. Hunter Renfrow is just balling out like crazy. I mean, the Raiders, they've gone through so much. You know, they've gone through so much adversity. It's hard for them to really be able to pull this game off, frankly. But I think, you know, based on the amount of adversity they've gone through, winning one more football game isn't too much of a task, so I got the Raiders moving on. Call me crazy, but I got the Raiders winning this game. So, next game, Chiefs-Steelers. Let's not waste time. Chiefs are winning that game. We played the Steelers a couple weeks ago. This final score was like 40-10 or something like that. So, you know, Big Ben, his last NFL football game will be at Arrowhead Stadium. You know, it's a tough task, and it's also kind of sad to have to end his career this way, but you know, he's gonna get blown out. I hate to say it, but I think the Chiefs defense is ready for Big Ben. I think really the key to stopping Big Ben is just to create pressure. You know, get Big Ben on the ground as fast as possible because he can't run. This guy can't go anywhere. You know, he is stuck in the pocket. So if we can create pressure and slow down Big Ben, it's over. That game is done. But I will say, Najee Harris is a guy that we kind of got to worry about. He's a beast. He kind of runs that offense. But I don't think he's going to be able to do enough by himself to even put a dent in the amount of points that the Chiefs are going to put up against the Steelers defense. Chiefs are moving on, okay? So let's now go to the NFC side of things. We got the 6th-seeded 49ers going against the 3-seeded Dallas Cowboys. Now, the thing about the NFC is they're different from the AFC in the sense that they have like 4 or 5 really, really, really good teams. And then there's like a couple right there in the playoffs that I'm just like, why are they even here? I don't think that they get these couple of teams here. I think you guys know which teams I'm referring to here. I don't think that they even deserve to be in the playoffs. I hate to say it, I just don't. And the 49ers are one of those teams. It's tough to say. I just think Jimmy G and Trey Lance, that they don't even know who really is going to be their starting quarterback next year. I think it's just too much of a struggle for them. They can't seem to figure anything out. I just think they kind of scraped right by to get into the playoffs. I mean, don't get me wrong, they got a great team. Nick Bosa, fantastic player on that defense. But I mean, it's tough to say. I just don't think they're going to upset this Cowboys team. I'm not too high on the Cowboys. I think they're too inconsistent, and I do think there is a chance that they lose this game. But I don't think, I got to be honest, I just think the odds are in the Cowboys' favor. They've got a solid defense. They're starting to, really pick things back up. Last year, they had a historically bad defense. But, of course, you got Trayvon Diggs on that defense now, and you've got Micah Parsons. These guys are making huge impacts. So I just feel like the Cowboys, they've got it, They've got a lot of solid players. I just think they've got this game. I just think they do. So they're moving on. Cardinals Rams. Now, this game is pretty close, in my opinion. And a lot of people think this game, it's going to go down to the wire. 2 NFC West teams battling it out. And, of course, that's like the best division in football. So it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a really good game. Cardinals are going to have to go to SoFi to play this game against the Rams. So we'll see what happens. But in my personal opinion, I think the Rams, they're more legit. I mean, I just think they're way more complete as a football team. The Cardinals, they've been dealing with injuries. They started the season hot, and they've really cooled off the second half of the season. So I'm not too high on the Cardinals right now. But the Rams, I think they're a team that potentially could go all the way. So, no spoilers or anything, but I think they're definitely one of those teams that could make it. So I got the Rams moving on against the Cardinals, okay? Buccaneers, Eagles, okay? Again, 7-seeded Eagles, I'm not sure if they belong there, Not too certain that they should really be there in the first place. So reigning Super Bowl champs are going to win that one. And you see in the NFC, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty simple. The higher seeds win in the NFC. So with that being said, let's move on to the divisional round in the American Football Conference. Raiders-Titans, okay? The Titans should have Derrick Henry back. As much as I want to say, it's tough for me to really be able to, because honestly, I don't think the Titans are really there. I think everybody's really high on the Titans. They did have the number 1 seed, yay, good job, Titans. But I just don't think they're there. Yeah, I think they're too inconsistent. Now, trust me, I did watch the Titans crush the Chiefs earlier this season. I was aware, I saw what happened. It was a disappointing loss. But I just feel like if it happens again, if the Titans meet the Chiefs in the playoffs, I don't care if it's in Tennessee. I don't care if it's in Kansas City. We've got that game. I just think we've got the Titans figured out. That game was tough. We made a lot of mistakes, and that was kind of the theme of how the Chiefs season started. But I just think if we meet them in the playoffs again, it's over. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're going to talk about the Raiders. Will the Raiders be able to pull off this upset? Yes. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I really like this Raiders team. I'm not supposed to like the Raiders, but I just like them, okay? I think they're going to beat the Bengals and then move to the Titans Stadium and crush them. I just think that's what's going to happen, okay? I hate to say it. But I just think this Raiders team is fired up and ready to go. I think Derek Carr is an elite pocket passer, Hot take alert. I just think he's a great player. Had a couple of underwhelming stats this season, but I just think overall this Raiders team is ready for the challenge. And when it comes to the Titans, I just think they're way too inconsistent. I don't think they're ready for this moment. I just don't. Derrick Henry's just getting back. And of course, without Derrick Henry, they had to kind of change the entire offense. So I don't know, man. It's tough for me to really say that the Raiders are going to win this game, but I just think they will. I really do, honestly, in my heart, think that they're going to win this game against the number 1 seeded Titans. Raiders, surprise, surprise, I think they might make the AFC Championship, okay? Shout out to all the Raiders fans watching. I know you probably hate me because I'm a Chiefs fan. But hey, I got to be honest. Your team, they're tough. They have shown a lot of adversity this season. I think they're going to pull it off, okay? Moving on, Chiefs versus Bills. Now, this is going to be a good game. Rematch of the AFC Championship game from last year, and I think the result is going to be the same, okay? Chiefs are going to win that game, no problem, okay? Bills, they have a good defense, but their secondary, I just feel like, isn't really good enough to be able to stop this Chiefs, passing attack. They've got a top 10 secondary, I will say that, but I just still think the Chiefs were really good at being able to take the short stuff, okay? I already know they're going to have those safeties really, deep back. They've got a lot of great safeties on that team. We're just going to, pick them apart. I just think that's what's going to happen. I think Patrick Mahomes knows what to do at this point, and against this Bills team, I think we're just going to drive down the field. Hopefully, during this game, we'll have Clyde Edwards-Helaire back. I'm not sure, but yeah. I think the run game's going to be on point. The pass game should be on point. And when it comes to the Bills, I think our secondary is ready for this challenge. I think Tyrann Mathieu is going to take it upon himself to be able to shut down Stephon Diggs. I just think it's going to, that's what's going to happen. So I got the Chiefs winning that game. I know the Bills did come into Arrowhead earlier this season and win that game. Now, there are a lot of AFC teams here on this bracket that did beat the Chiefs. That's kind of the struggle with the Chiefs. We've lost to 5 really, really big AFC contenders, okay? But I just think, after those 5 games that the Chiefs played, I think we are more ready than ever to be able to come back and win these games because, we saw the mistakes we made. We have it all on film from this season. The exact same team, we have it all on film, okay? We can visually see what went wrong in each and every one of those games. So I think Andy Reid is going to rally the team and say, hey, take a look at this. Take a look at what we did against this team this season. We got to fix that. We got to change that. And we need to do better. I think that's what's going to happen. So I'm not worried about the Chiefs losing to any one of these AFC contenders, to be honest. Let's move on to the NFC side of things, okay? Rams, Packers. Now, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, they've been on fire. They're having a great season. They did just lose to the Lions, but overall, they're having a fantastic season. We did beat them, but that was without Aaron Rodgers. Jordan Love was playing quarterback, so that was a questionable win. But, going against the Rams here, Rams are going to have to travel to Lambeau. You guys already know that stadium is going to be packed, rocking. It's going to be a crazy game. But I got the Rams winning that game, okay? I got the LA Rams moving on to the NFC Championship, okay? Call me crazy, but I just don't think the Packers are playoff ready. You got Aaron Rodgers, who just, in my opinion, seems kind of crazy. Is that team really ready to ride behind Aaron Rodgers? Is that team ready to fight for Aaron Rodgers? I'm just not so sure, okay? Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion, is second place in MVP voting. I mean, a lot of people are going to have him number 1. He's probably going to win MVP. I just think he's second. I think Tom Brady should win it, to be quite honest. I think Tom Brady should win MVP. But Aaron Rodgers, I just think, I don't know. I just don't think he's ready for a playoff game right now. I don't think that team is ready to rally behind Aaron Rodgers. A lot of talk has been going around about Aaron Rodgers not even wanting to be on this football team. So it's hard to expect your star quarterback to be able to rally a football team that he doesn't even want to be on. So I've got the Rams moving on. The Rams, they're solid on every level of the game. So I've got them going to the NFC Championship game to face the Cowboys or the Buccaneers, who I don't know. Who am I gonna pick? I don't know. It's a tough game. Number 3 seeded Cowboys against the number 2 seeded Buccaneers. I got the Buccaneers. If there's one thing I've learned in my 10 plus years of being an NFL football fan, it's that you don't count out Tom Brady, okay? You don't bet against Tom Brady. Unless the evidence is strongly against Tom Brady, you don't bet against Tom Brady. You just don't. So, Tom Brady's moving on, okay? That is 100% what's going to happen, frankly. A Buccaneers team, they've got a lot of starters back from last year. I don't see them losing a playoff game on the NFC side. I just don't. It's tough for me to look at this Rams-Buccaneers matchup and be able to accurately truthfully say, that the Rams even have a shot. So, spoiler alert, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Buccaneers are moving on to the Super Bowl. The Buccaneers will be representing the NFC in Super Bowl 56, okay? AFC, Raiders, Chiefs. Chiefs are moving on, okay? Chiefs versus Buccaneers in Super Bowl 56. The Raiders, they put up a good fight. They did a lot. They got to where no one expected them to be in the American Football Conference Championship, but it stops there, okay? The Chiefs, we crushed the Raiders in 2 games, in the 2 games that we played against them this season. Score was like 40-10 in each of those games. Chiefs are gonna win that game, okay? So here it is. This is the playoff bracket. This is my full prediction leading up to Super Bowl 56. We got the Buccaneers versus the Chiefs, okay? Rematch of Super Bowl 55. We got the 2 seed against the 2 seed. And I think it's going to be a great game. High-scoring game. High-powered offenses going at it, scoring a lot of points. It's going to be a fantastic game to watch, okay? But who's going to win? That's the question. Now, this is Chiefs chat, okay? It would be easy for me to say that the Chiefs are going to win this game. But let me tell you, the Buccaneers, they won last year, so why shouldn't they win this year? Well, let me tell you why they're not going to win this year, because we're ready. We're ready for this challenge. We're back. Better offensive line, better coaching, better quarterback. Patrick Mahomes grows every single year, okay? Better defense. We're here for this, okay? The Chiefs are going to win Super Bowl 56. Now, I'm not even biased, okay? A lot of people that aren't me, Titans fans, Patriots fans, Bengals fans, they think the Chiefs are going to win this Super Bowl, okay? I'm not even being biased. I'm just being honest, okay? I think the Chiefs are going to win. Patrick Mahomes, Super Bowl MVP, okay? I mean, I'm not sure what you guys expected. Did you guys expect me to say the Titans are going to win the Super Bowl? Did you guys expect me to really say the Buccaneers are going to win the Super Bowl? Okay, I'm a Chiefs fan, okay? Give me a break. But honestly, this is my full prediction. I'm pretty confident that this is what's going to happen. I'm pretty solid on these predictions. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree, disagree. What games do you think I should have changed? Let me know. With that being said, thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next Chiefs chat. Peace out.